Hey guys, welcome to a new tutorial. So let's dive straight into Davinci Resolve to show you how it's done. Now all the assets in this video are down in the description, so feel free to download them. So the very first thing is you come to effects and under effects bring in a fusion composition, and I'm going to increase the fusion composition length to a little bit. Now since we are working in a 3D space, you need these nodes, the render 3D, the merge 3D, and the camera 3D. And you can join from the camera 3D to the merge 3D, the merge 3D to the render 3D, and from the render 3D to the media out. So you will have something like this. And if your window is looking like this, just press on this one to get the dual window. Now let me select this merge 3D and press 1 on the keyboard so that you can view it here, and media out will be 2 so that you can view it here. So now you have a space like this. So let me bring in my first asset, that is a road segment. So I'll just bring it here like this and just join it like this. So as you can see, it's very big. So you come to this mesh, and here you can reduce the size all the way. I'll reduce it something like this. And under transform also, if you want, you can play with the scale like this. And under camera, what I'm going to do is come to transform. Under rotation, under X, you can choose 90 degrees so that it's going to point like this. And now you can, sorry, not 90, minus 90 like this, so that you can view like a top down image. And now let's add in our texture right here. So for that, you come to effects and under templates, under fusion, go to shaders, and I'm going to choose something like sand and just join it like this. And under the sand, since it's this color, you can come here and change the color to something like around gray, so it looks like a road. So this is the first element that I've added. Now let's add in our second element. So let's come to media pool, and this is the object, this is the car. So I'm going to join it to the media out. If you think the size is too much, you can reduce it from here like this. And if you want, again, you can come to transform and reduce the size like so, but I'm going to keep it somewhere at this size. Cool. And for the texture, what you can do is come again to effects, under templates, same thing, under fusion, under shaders, let's select something like chrome checker plate. Select this one and join it like this. And under this diffuse color, you can choose something like black. And now let's build our road. So for building the road, what I did is, just bring in a background node, and then let's view this on this window. So I'm going to press 1 on the keyboard, and then let's bring a rectangular mask like this and just join it to this background. And I'm going to make it something like this, and change the background color to white or something like off-white. I'll make it something like this, sorry, so that you can see it here. I'm going to reduce the size somewhere like this. Okay, and now let's place it on your image. So again, let me view this on the screen one, and you cannot join this to the merge 3D. In order to join this to merge 3D, you need to convert this 2D to a 3D. For that, you need this image plane 3D. Join this to here and join this to here. So you can see it's lying somewhere here. So let me place it somewhere here. And under transform, you can rotate the X to 90 degrees and just bring this on top. So you'll have something that looks like this, and you can reduce the size from here as well. And let me move this to something like here. You don't have to create this multiple times. All you can do is just pressing this image plane 3D, shift spacebar, and bring in a duplicate 3D. And under the duplicate 3D, I'm going to create like 5 copies, and I'm going to change the Z offset like this. Not too much, something like this. So now it looks like a road. And what you can also do is, just copy this rectangle and the background, copy and paste it here. And again, this image plane 3D as well, and paste it here, join it like this, and from this to the merge 3D. Now here I'm going to change the background color to something like yellow, and then here I'm going to place it something like this, and under the rectangle, let's view it here on the first screen. I will make it, like a big rectangle like this, so that let's view it here again. Now you can come to this image plane and you can increase the scale. Let me increase the scale a bit more. Make sure you fill the road, so something like this is fine. And under the rectangle, what I'll do is I'll just make it a bit more thinner. Something like this. So you have a line that looks like this. So now I will put a same thing on this side. So for that it's easy, just copy all this and paste it here and just join it to this merge 3D like this. Let me view this on the first screen, and under this image plane 3D you can just move it to the other side. Awesome. So you're pretty much done, but I think this one is a bit more big. So let me come to this image plane 3D and just reduce the size to a little bit, and maybe under the duplicate 3D I'm going to also make a bit something like this. Okay, cool. So now you have the road ready. Now all you have to do is do the animation. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to animate the car first. In this frame, I'm going to mark a keyframe under this particular node. This is the car. So under Z, I mark a keyframe, and then around frame 55, I again mark a keyframe, and in the first keyframe, I just move this car like this, so that it just comes to the frame like this. But you can smoothen it out under spline. Select this particular node. If you click this three dot, you can choose show only selected tool, so that whichever node is selected only will come here. Then press on this one, Control A, right click, ease out cubic. So you have a curve that looks like this. So it will speed up and then it gradually slows down. Okay, cool. And now you can also animate your camera. For the camera, what I did is, at frame 0, for the camera, what I did is, let's come to transform after selecting this. Let me close the spline and let's see where the car is appearing on the frame. Here somewhere, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click use target here, so that a point will come like this, and this target point I'm going to set it on the car. Just make sure you're aligning it well. So I'm going to position it somewhere on to the car like this. Now you cannot see anything here because because the camera is facing some other direction like this. So let me just rotate the camera something like this, and maybe something like this. Okay, so what happens is now if you move the camera, it will always follow the target point, so you get this nice camera motion. So let's mark a keyframe here under X, Y, Z, and also the rotation. Then let's come to something like frame 50, and then you can move the camera like this and a bit up. See, it already is following that kind of arc like this. Okay, so you've done the keyframe and now you can come to spline, select this all, Control A and press S on your keyboard. So now you have a camera arc that follows something like this. You can play with, the camera motion, whatever you like. So once you have that, what I do is I added lights. So once you select this render 3D node, you can choose from render type from software to hardware so that it will be easier on your computer, and you can enable lighting and shadows. And once you do that, nothing is visible because you need to enable lighting. So click somewhere here, shift spacebar and press ambient light, press add, and just join it to this merge 3D. So you have a light like this, so you can move that light wherever you want. And I'm going to increase the intensity to a little bit so that it's kind of visible. And then you can add in directional light if you want. Press somewhere here, shift spacebar, directional light, press add, and again join it to this merge. And this I will place it somewhere here, and you can, if you want, reduce the intensity, or I'm going to increase the intensity to a little bit. And I don't play anything here, so that's it. And the main light is spotlight, so shift spacebar, spotlight, and press add, join it here, and I'm going to place it here. So this one I'm going to move it a bit top, and I'm going to under transform you can make the Y rotation to something like this, and you can under controls increase the cone angle and increase the intensity. Maybe it's already full. You can increase this penumbra angle to make it a bit soft, and you can play with the drop off as well. So you have a spotlight also. You can add multiple spotlights to wherever you want. What I also did is I came here when the car is coming to a stop somewhere here. I added a spotlight onto the car. So I'll just copy this and paste, and again to this merge. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this and place it just next to the car as if it's coming from the headlight. So you can come to transform and change the rotations, the Y rotation. Under controls you can reduce the cone and reduce the penumbra angle to something like this. I've also changed this to a warm light, something like yellow, and I've copied this and pasted again for a more brighter look. So just join it again, so it's a bit more bright, and you can add a similar one to this side as well. Now as you can see, when the car is out, the spotlight is still there. So what I did is once the car is there, you come to this intensity, you can do a keyframe and go a few frame after and mark a keyframe, and in the first one just reduce it to 0. Since I created it 2 times, you can do the same here. I'll mark a keyframe, come to frame 65, again keyframe on the first one all the way to 0. So it will look like as if the car put the lights gradually just after it stops. And once you have done all this, then you can bring in your next asset. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in one more merge node so that you have more space here. So for this, what I'm going to do is let's bring in our asset. So this is our asset here. Let's view this here if you want. This is the asset that we have, and I need a text something to come here. So let's bring in a text node and join it to here, and you can type it something like Stanley, and let me change the font to something like Inter, and let me view this merge here so that you can see here. And after this text, shift spacebar, transform, you can place it somewhere below him, something like this, And under the text, I'm going to change the color to something like kind of black. And so now you cannot join this to the merge 3D because this is a 2D image. So you need to bring in image plane 3D. Just join it here. Just join this to merge 3D. And from this merge 3D, it will go to this merge 3D. So now let me view this onto the first screen. And as you can see, it's super big. So let's come to this image plane 3D, come to transform, reduce the size to a whole bunch. I've placed it somewhere here. And under transform, you can rotate the X and make it so that it's lying on the ground like so. And you can reduce the scale to a little more. So now it's all about the keyframing. So you come to the first frame, you can mark a keyframe on the translation and the rotation, and it's as if it's lying there. Then you can come to a frame towards the end, somewhere like frame 100 or maybe a bit more, maybe frame 130. What I'll do is I'll make this come towards the camera so that it's closer to the camera. This takes a lot of time, by the way, so you should have a lot of patience doing this. So you can also control those this from here, so it will be easy. Now since you have done keyframing, it looks as if it's coming towards the camera. Now you can come to spline and select everything, press on this one, Control A and press S on the keyboard. So you have this nice smooth animation of the photo coming towards you. And what I've also done is I've also added a text node, and I typed something like murdered in his car. In order to change this to a 3D space, you bring in an image plane 3D. Let me close the spline, and you can join it like this. And from here I join this to this merge 3D. I'll place it somewhere here. You can see here that the text is lying somewhere here, so you can move it somewhere here. And under transform, can reduce the size, and you can rotate to something like this. You can also rotate the Z and the X to something like this, and I will place it somewhere here. Now you can add in a right on animation. So once the photo is in frame, you can mark a keyframe on the right on, and then go to the last frame, mark a keyframe here, and in the first keyframe you can just reduce it all the way to 0. So you have this nice typing effect happening here. And under spline, you can come to the text, the right on, Control A and press S on the keyboard. In the first video that you saw, I think I've placed the camera behind, so that's the only difference. Pretty much everything else is the same. So once you add in your color grade and you have a nice sound design and the music, this is what you have. Now I know this was a very long tutorial, but I hope you guys learned something from this video. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys have any questions or if you guys feel stuck in any step, just let me know down in the comments. And also let me know what other tutorials you want to see on this channel. For those who don't know, I'm Fenzer. I do travel, tech and filmmaking on this channel. So if you're into that sort of stuff, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you as always in the next one.